June 29th, we celebrate the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. Peter and Paul were very important in teaching people about Jesus and spreading Christianity. Let's remember, Peter was a fisherman. Jesus called him, and Peter followed him and became his disciple. Peter was often mentioned during important moments, such as Jesus' transfiguration, and in today's gospel reading, when Jesus asks who people say the Son of Man is. Then he asks the disciples who they think he is. Peter replies, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." This is a good answer. Jesus tells Peter that he is the rock upon which he will build the church. Jesus tells Peter he will give him the keys of heaven. In that moment, he was making Peter the first pope. After Jesus' ascension into heaven, which we celebrated several weeks ago, Peter and the apostles went around proclaiming the good news of Jesus. This upset a lot of people, including Saul. Saul was a Pharisee. The Pharisees were a Jewish group that followed the law as exactly as possible. When Christians started proclaiming that Jesus was the Messiah who was resurrected from the dead, this made a lot of Jewish people very angry. They felt these Christians were telling a huge lie. Saul persecuted the Christians until one day Jesus spoke to him. There was a flash of light. A voice said, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" When Saul asked who was speaking, the voice said, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting." Saul then became a Christian and was later called Paul. Peter and Paul traveled all over, teaching people about Christ. They both wrote many letters to the new Christian communities they were helping to set up. These epistles are included in the New Testament of the Bible. Sometimes Peter and Paul had disagreements, but they got through them. Paul taught the Gentiles, people who weren't Jewish, while Peter mostly taught Jewish communities. The church was still being persecuted. In our first reading from the Acts of the Apostles, we hear that King Herod Agrippa has already had James killed. Now, he has had Peter arrested, but by miracle, Peter is freed from the prison by an angel. In the second reading, Paul is also in prison, and it doesn't look like an angel is coming. In his letter to Timothy, he writes, "The time of my departure is at hand. I have competed well. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." Today's feast celebrates their martyrdom. A martyr is a person who is killed for his or her faith. Both Peter and Paul were martyred around 65 AD in Rome. This might seem super depressing, but they're saints. They are with God in heaven. As Paul writes, "The Lord will bring me safe to his heavenly kingdom. To him be glory forever and ever. Amen." Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support this channel on Patreon. You're the ones who make Catholic Kids Media possible. Thanks for watching.